Hi everyone, this is Soso with a video about an upcoming game, Lost Ark. Lost Ark was previously only available in Korea, but with the recent announcement of a North American and Europe release, many people, including me, are super excited to dive into this game. Lost Ark is an action-packed MMORPG with a large variety of classes, each with their own unique identity and playstyle. I'm going to be doing a short rundown of all 14 classes that were released on the closed alpha, and going over their pros and cons related to late-game PvE content. All opinions are drawing from my own experience playing, as well as the opinions of other players who play these classes at a high level in Korea. Let's get started. Berserker is the poster boy of the fantasy swordsman class. His identity skill is based on using rage, and when under this buff, the combat becomes much faster and stronger. There can be some damage loss during the cooldown for rage, but this can be covered through gear options and enchantments. Due to its high damage potential and buff synergy, Berserkers are pretty popular in the raiding scene. There aren't any hard cons, and it is a great choice as an alt character for farming currency. This class is perfect for those who want to do a whole lot of damage while swinging a giant greatsword. Also known as Holy Knight on the Korean servers, the Paladin is a support class that specializes in buffing and healing the team. With a fairly simple skill rotation and tanky build, it is a great class to learn for beginners. Because Paladins are a support class, they are less expensive to build since they do not require high damage stats, but that also means it is harder to get through solo content. The simple rotation can also get tedious for those who want to be more dynamic, but the flashy skills and high popularity for raid content makes the Paladin a very fun class to play. The Gunlancer is a very tanky class, and is called Warlord in the Korean servers. It is referred to as Godlord because of the extreme popularity in the raid scene. It has skills that give good party protection, and it also has the only taunt skill of the game. Some people think that the Gunlancer's skill motions are a bit slow and bulky, and the spacebar dodge is actually a backstep which might take some time to get used to. I think this class is for those who want to feel like a true tank, and also like getting special treatment in group scenarios. Wardancer, also known as Battle Master, is a quick and agile fighter class. Their weapons are knuckles, and their identity skill is based on filling the elemental gauge to unleash more powerful attacks. Wardancers have very short cooldowns and a lot of movement skills befitting of the martialist group. This class also has buffs to help your party, and a skill set that is able to unleash a lot of damage in a short amount of time. Some people say that during the downtime of your rotation, you are stuck having to auto-attack for a while, but this con is counteracted by the damage potential of the class. Also known as Infighter, the Scrapper class uses a heavy gauntlet to unleash powerful attacks. This class has to maintain a balance between two energies, and also has a spammable skill set. As a martialist class, she has incredibly good movement skills. Scrappers also have high health and armor and are relatively tanky. The playstyle is like a hit-and-run style combat, and the hitbox of the skills are very small, but this class has great skill effects and sounds that would appeal to many players. Soulfists use a special energy called Adamants to attack at both short and long ranges. This class is more difficult to master, but has a straightforward damage cycle and decent movement skills. She is considered to be a general all-rounder, being flexible while switching between ranged and melee attacks. However, her long-range skills are considered to be weaker and not quite suitable for raid content. She also uses a lot of mana and requires some brain work to be exceptional, so I would suggest this class to more proficient and experienced players. This class uses a bulky launcher to deal some heavy damage. The Artillerist does not have a set rotation, so you're able to do damage in all positions. It has amazing range and you're able to pull some serious numbers with this class. Artillerists also have the highest health and armor out of the range classes, so they're able to take a beating while gunning down enemies. The downside to this class is that it has long cooldowns and lacks mobility, so it might be better suited to those who like to set up camp and turret down foes. This class rotates through different guns and is able to be flexible in all different situations. The Deadeye class, also known as Devil-Hunter, is extremely mobile and has very good damage potential. They are very squishy with low health pools and is considered a high-risk middle return class, since getting caught out by even one mechanic could mean death. If you're able to stay alive and dish out massive numbers, you may be able to master this dangerously mobile class. The Sharpshooter is a snazzy class using a bow and arrow, and utilizes his very long range to safely shoot his enemies from afar. Being called Hawkeye in the Korean server, he can summon a hawk to do powerful damage as his identity skill. The Sharpshooter has possibly the longest range out of all the classes, being able to do damage to enemies that aren't even on the screen. However, it is extremely squishy and can die easily if you are not quick on your feet. This class is not that popular in higher end raid content due to its weak party synergy and high mana costs. The Gunslinger is the female version of the Deadeye class, also utilizing 3 different guns for a flashy playstyle. This class also has very good range and movement skills, making it agile and able to dish damage relatively safely. She is considered to be better than her male counterpart due to the fact that her rifle and pistol skills are stronger. You have to be careful while playing since she is also quite squishy, but players who like rotating through a lot of skills and flashy animations will be satisfied with this class. As the #1 most popular class in the Korean servers, everyone and anyone will welcome a bard into their party. This class is relatively simple to learn and has a low threshold for gear requirements. As a full support class, she will be difficult to do solo content with, but it's a free pass into raid content. She utilizes her heart to buff, heal, and shield her team. She has very little mobility, and it is critical she stays alive for her team. But if you like to support your friends, or you like to be the star of your team, then this is the class for you. Summoners are mages who have great AoE attacks and use summons to deal a lot of damage. This class has a lower threshold for learning, and anyone can quickly pick this class up and get big numbers. Her skills have a lot of AoE, and summons are a source of consistent damage. Even if you get down during a raid mechanic, your summons are able to continuously put in good damage to your enemies. The summons aren't really the prettiest aesthetic, but she is exceptional in solo content and makes fast work of her enemies. Shadowhunters are able to change into demonic forms to utilize powerful melee attacks that devastate enemies. This class is also fast to learn and has an easy flowing rotation that allows it to pump out damage. Shadowhunters are not that popular in Korea due to the ambiguous identity, since a majority of people use an enchantment that prevents changing into demon form. In turn, her human form is empowered, which has been found to do more consistent damage than her demon counterpart. Due to a recent buff in the Korean live servers, her demon form did get buffed, and people rate her as a decent damage dealer now. Deathblades utilize 3 swords to link fast combo attacks. She is very swift with fast attack and skill speed. She is able to do consistent damage, and her attacks are swift, and using her blade orbs, her skills are empowered even more. Although she is supposed to be an assassin class, many players say she feels more like a blade master than an assassin, and this image has solidified after the release of the Reaper class. Although her identity as an assassin is kind of lost, her playstyle is still considered as extremely fun and dynamic. I hope this video gave you insight on how the classes of Lost Ark play and planted a little bit of hype for all of you. Leave a comment down below on what classes you guys plan on playing. Like and subscribe for more content, and thanks for watching.